Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In the heart of the sprawling metropolis that is New York City, amidst the labyrinth web of subway tracks and the ceaseless hum of traffic, one man's fascination with trains and buses has etched an unforgettable mark on the city's history. Darius McCollum, born in Brooklyn in 1965, embarked on a lifelong odyssey that led him to impersonate with uncanny precision the very employees who operate the city's bustling transit system, weaving together threads of obsession, adversity, and an unyielding passion for public transportation, which ultimately led to the authorities having no choice but to intervene. Darius's journey into the intricate world of trains commenced in his early childhood. Infatuated with the rhythmic movements of the New York City subway, he rode the trains incessantly, his fixation evolving into a deep-seated love for the entire transit system. His knowledge became legendary, and by the age of 8, he had committed the entire subway map to memory, a prodigious feat for a mind that would later be diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. However, the intricate dance of subway cars and the allure of public transportation led Darius down a perilous path. His relentless desire to be part of the transit world manifested in audacious impersonations that resulted in a staggering 31 arrests throughout his tumultuous life. His first arrest at the tender age of 15 in 1980 sent shockwaves through the city. Darius had managed to operate an e-subway train, ferrying passengers for 6 stops before a vigilant woman realized the youthfulness of the motorman. The initial encounter with the law, which would brand him as a felon, forbade Darius from ever officially becoming an MTA employee, a reality that did little to deter his unwavering passion. Undeterred by the legal consequences, Darius, now a criminal in the eyes of the law, continued his escapades, venturing into ever more daring exploits that would both captivate and confound the city. As the 1990s unfolded, Darius had become a notorious figure, almost achieving a status of urban legend. The MTA, desperate to curb his activities, inundated trains and stations with thousands of wanted posters, turning the city into a vast game of hide-and-seek. Darius adopted aliases such as Morning or Manning, and continued to elude authorities, leaving riders with tales of friendly and helpful transit employees who, unbeknownst to them, were the notorious impersonator himself. The turn of the century marked a dark chapter in Darius's tumultuous journey. By the year 2000, he had been in prison 19 times for transit-related crimes. In a bold move, he pleaded guilty to charges on forgery and burglary, earning him a minimum sentence of 2.5 to 5 years. However, this impersonation did little to quell his insatiable urge to be part of the transit world. In 2005, Darius was apprehended at a Long Island Railroad yard with keys to an M7 railcar, given to him by other MTA employees. He had assumed their shifts and attempted to steal a locomotive. Despite pleading guilty and serving a 3-year sentence, Darius found himself back behind bars for breaking parole, this time in possession of railroad property. Darius's life took an even darker turn when, in 2010, he was arrested for the 27th time, this time for grand larceny and possession of stolen property after commandeering a private bus. His actions went unnoticed for hours as he circled JFK Airport in Queens, shuttling passengers as usual and precisely on time, showcasing the audacity that had become synonymous with his name. The complexity of Darius's story lies not just in the repeated arrests, but in the nuanced intersection of his passion for transit and a legal system unable to comprehend his motives. His life became a tapestry woven with paradoxes. A man driven by extraordinary passion, incarcerated repeatedly for crimes that involved no violence and no harm inflicted upon others. Although his legal battles took a surreal turn after the tragic events of 9/11, offering his knowledge and skills to enhance subway security, Darius found himself escorted in shackles from his prison cell at Rikers Island to tour the subway system with federal agents and law enforcement. Instead of recognition, however, his contributions were dismissed, and he was placed into solitary confinement as a perceived security risk. In 2018, Darius took a plea bargain, agreeing to enter a psychiatric institute indefinitely. The legal system deemed him dangerously becoming ill, leading to his sentencing at the Rochester Forensic Psychiatric Hospital. Despite using an insanity defense based on Asperger's, Darius's story is one of complexity and contradiction, sparking discussions about the intersection of mental health and criminality. Darius's legal battles, fueled by his traumatic past and his autism. His family maintains a website detailing his struggles and advocating for his freedom, asserting that his crimes are products of a complex history and a mind misunderstood by the legal system. Despite the legal quagmire surrounding Darius McCollum, his legacy extends beyond the courtroom. A Harper's Magazine article brought his story into the limelight, and a play, Boy Steals Train, mounted in 2003, pointed a shaming collective finger at the judiciary refusing to recognize Darius's condition. His story was adapted into a BBC radio play in 2005, solidifying his place in popular culture. In 2016, a documentary film titled Off the Rails, The Darius McCollum Story, premiered at the Full Frame Documentary Film Festival in North Carolina. The film delves into the intricate layers of Darius's life, portraying him not just as a criminal but as a complex individual whose passion collided with societal norms. As Darius McCollum continues to navigate the legal labyrinth, his story serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities inherent in understanding and navigating the minds of those with neurodivergent conditions. The legal battles persists, and Darius's journey remains an enigmatic exploration of a life driven by an extraordinary passion that, despite its unconventional nature, refuses to be derailed. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, and hopefully we will see you in the next one.